Welcome to the factory of programming. Prepare your mind for exclusive tech experience. Listening to VivoBon right now.
Hello, today we will see the new feature REST client of Spring 6.1, which is for the Spring Boot version 3.2 M1. I will show you the initialization, this one. So you see, this is how I configured my Spring Boot application to do this little proof of concept. So Maven, Java, and above all, Spring Boot 3.2.0 M1 to benefit of the new REST client class. So we will do for this video these steps before REST client, an app with REST template, after with a REST client, and a little conclusion. So let's begin to test the current application with REST template. So here we are in this IntelliJ. So the controller looks like this. We have an endpoint for getting a story. It is a REST API with a story and an endpoint to post a story. The object story looks like this: a user ID, an ID, a title, and a body. And we have a client using the REST template just here. So here the URL with the mock API, a distant API that can provide us some fake data to use our API. And here we have the REST template feature, which will be replaced by the REST client. Okay. So let's test it. We will run this application. So you see here for the get, we have a REST template.get for entity, and for the post, we have a REST template.post for object. Okay, so here we go. For the get, we have localhost 8080 API stories /1 send, and it returns user ID, ID, title, and body. And for the post, we put a body with user ID, title, body, and it returns a user ID, ID, title, and body. Okay, so the application works great with REST template. Now we'll use a new feature. So we'll begin by replacing this by REST client. So this is how to initialize the REST client. We have to import the class. Okay. I will also add the required Arc constructor to not have to redefine this constructor injection. And now we'll replace all the call of REST template by REST client. So I go to the Edge article. I go to the get part. So here it is, result. I passed it just below, and I replace this. Okay, I have to put here my URL, made URL, and this, and I have to make up a response entity. Okay, so it is okay for the getter, for the get endpoint, for the get that go to this website to get fake data, JSON placeholder. Now we'll do the same for the post, and the post here it is the way to ask a post with a REST template. So I use this. Here I put my made URL. Okay. I import the application JSON. I change the wrong object with my object story. And this, I want a real body. So I put the two entity, my story, dot class, and I get the body. And here I just replace this with that. And we are okay for testing the new application, the new client with the REST client feature. So let's rerun Spring Boot with this feature, this new way of doing a get and a post. And we will see, okay, it start. We'll see if it still works. So for the get, let's ask with the get with REST client. Okay, it works. It is a string, but it works. It is because I configure like this. And here for the post, I do, and it works also. I have an ID, a user ID, a title, and body. So we can say that a REST client works greatly in place of REST template. So let's have a look at the article that I used. So this is the article, new in Spring 6.1 REST client. I will put the link in the description of the video, but you can see the link is this one. Spring.io blog 2023 0713 new -in -spring -6-1 -REST client. So you could check this article to see what they say about this new REST client. So you can create a REST client, retrieve, post, doing error handling, and use Exchange for more fine-tuning stuff. Okay, and now we'll conclude. So as conclusion, we can say that it does the job, and some say what is the difference between a web client because it is synchronous and this new REST client. And one say you will not need the Spring Boot starter workflow dependency. So you will have straight from a Spring Boot this REST client, and you will not have to get additional starter. And the second thought about this conclusion is that maybe they did this new feature REST client because with Loom that will be quite ready with the last version of Java 21. Maybe it will be more Loom friendly to have this kind of client, because web client, it was for asynchronous programming, but REST client with this replacement of a REST template will be a good contender for the new way of using Java, maybe with Loom. Thank you, and see you in next video.